What is going on, everybody? Nick Alberici is back. I'm not going to call this an emergency video because I thought about doing it. I might have said it if you listen on my Super Bowl predictions. I was going to do an offseason review. I might have hinted at it. I might have just hinted at it. I don't know. But I was going to do it alone, and then a couple of my other buddies wanted to do it, and they didn't want to do it, so Mike here wanted to do it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
So I just wanted to do it, and I'm going to upload it. So here we go. Just want to get in the NFL stuff. Everybody knows what happened, but I'm going to give my thoughts. He can give his thoughts. Nice 10, 15-minute video. And, yeah. And then after this, the next video after that will be MLB second-half predictions after the deadline. So that'll be like August. So first, I'm going to give us a quick breakdown on what we're going to be doing. I'm going to do a quick rundown to the teams of what they did, what was important, what's my thoughts. And then we're going to do our thoughts on our teams and what we liked from us. And that's really it. And here we go. So far, I think this has actually been a really entertaining offseason. What did you say? I think the day free agency comes is just the best. But I think the day when free agency hits this year, it got me a little bit more excited because it was an unknown thing. Like, where's this guy going to sign? Who's going to get this big contract? Cap space, this and that. So, like, here's an example. We're going to start with the AFC East. So, like, this year, the Buffalo Bills, they really didn't do anything that stands out. They lost guys. They traded Diggs. I think that the Bills, could they be in the playoffs this year? Obviously, yeah. But, it says right here their biggest signing on here was Curtis Samuel. God. So, yeah, that's the Bills breakdown. Miami, Odell Beckham, that was our okay. And then they got Waddle. So they have three receivers there. They got Waddle, Odell, and Tyreek. I mean, it's not too bad. And then we get on to the Patriots. They drafted Drake May. I think that could be – it's hard. If they get them receivers over there, he's going to be good. I mean, and they got my boy, who was my old boy.
Jalen Reagor.
Well, and –
KJ Osborne.
Yeah, Osborne, but that's tough loss to the Vikings. He's a good dude, but hey, you got to move on eventually. But yeah, this division right here, and then you got the Jets. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised in the Jets. They got Hassan Reddick and Tyron Smith. I thought they were gonna do a little bit more. I just think because Rodgers, I don't know who they draft. They drafted a quarterback. I think, didn't they?
I think his name was Morgan or something.
Yeah. You would thought they would have did more.
I don't remember.
To help Rodgers out. But Baltimore, Derrick Henry. Now, I love that move. I think that move right there could put them into the Super Bowl. If not KC, it's 100% going to be Baltimore. Early prediction, I think Baltimore's going to play KC in the AFC Championship game again. Don't know the location yet. I'm sure that's what you would say. Or maybe Houston. Shit. We'll get to them in a minute. But Baltimore improved. One team I really think that disimproved big time was Cincinnati. I think T. Higgins might be traded before the season. I think they're going to do something where it's not going to be an agreement. They're going to be short on money. And I think they're going to say, all right, fuck it. We're going to split up. And then where I can see T. Higgins going, perfect fit in my book. I think it might be, it's a little bit of a bold decision. Bold, because it's in the AFC, but I think he's going to end up going to Buffalo. I think they're going to work out a deal. And if he gets traded, this is if, and he goes to Buffalo, where do you think he could get traded if he goes? I just think Buffalo's the hot rumor.
Fit-wise, I think Kansas City.
So trading him inside the...
Yeah.
But I'm actually reading, too. I'll get to this in a minute when we get to this team.
Oh,
and then we got the Cleveland Browns. I destroyed my brother for getting Jameis Winston. He sucks. Jerry Jeudy might not do bad over there, though. I think Judy's going to do better over there than he did in Denver. Because I just think it's just a better situation for him. Nothing big out. They got Jordan Hicks, former Viking. Pittsburgh Steelers, they got Fields and Russell Wilson.
Doesn't make sense.
Something's telling me that Wilson's going to start the year, but I think he might start fucking up, and I wouldn't be surprised if Fields comes in. That's a rebuilding team, but every year Pittsburgh continues to be 8-9, or no, never under 500. So 9-8 or 10-7. They got Quez Watkins. Like that's gonna
And they
help.
got Cam Sutton, who just got arrested.
Here's my team right here. I think this team right here is gonna be a force. Houston Texans. Joe Mixon. They got Daniil Hunter. And that's really and then Diggs. Obviously Diggs. Daniil Hunter. I hate to see him go, but he's gonna do good with D'Amico Ryans. Indianapolis Colts. Joe Flacco. They extended Pittman 3 years, $70 million. Michael Pittman's a solid receiver. He's a typical guy that, people overlook because he got the shadows of all the star guys. So he's overlooked. At DeForest Buckner, I feel like he's been around for so many years. What was he on? San Fran?
And then he got traded to the Colts.
Yeah, he's been around yeah. Oh God, Jacksonville. Now, Jacksonville to me is a team that every year they think, oh, this team's gonna 11 wins. So Doug Peterson's great. They have good leadership over there. But you know what? They're the same shit every year. 10-7, might miss the playoffs the last week or get in and lose. And Mac Jones, their backup quarterback's really gonna help.
They took Gabe Davis away from the Bills.
Yeah, might not be too big. And then his old Viking guard Ezra Cleveland signed a 3-year deal with them worth $28 million.
Oh boy. And they extended Josh Allen.
Yeah. Tennessee. Now, Tennessee didn't do too bad of an offseason. It wasn't too bad. I wouldn't say it great, but from where they're at, it wasn't bad. I mean, Tony Pollard, huge downgrade at running back from Henry. We all know that. I think Tony Pollard, he reminds me of a little bit. It's obviously not the same guy, but they're the same body type, kind of like an Amir Abdullah. You just throw Abdullah out there. It's the same type of guy. Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, I do like that. I actually love that signing for them because you get, and all the attention's going to be off Hopkins. So you're going to have, Ridley and shit. They got Snead acquired and traded with the Chiefs.
They signed a Rouzier.
Yeah, I think now Snead, he'd probably prefer to go to somewhere else. If we weren't in the process of giving out big deals, I think Snead would have went to us, but rather pass on that. And then we moved to the AFC West. Denver Broncos. Obviously, they drafted Bo Nix. And the silly move was trading for Zach Wilson. I think that was very silly. You got... He's in the other room. I just don't know, man. They lost Justin Simmons. They released him before the year. Now that I'm hearing reports, according to Connor, is our buddy who likes the Broncos. He thinks they might resign him on a friendly team discount. He might just come back. Josh Reynolds, receiver. That's a downgrade from Judy. But other than that, I mean, pound for pound, I kind of think right now the Broncos have the worst roster in the league. But I'm not, it's not saying much, but Kansas City, hey, they signed Carson Wentz.
Wow, that guy's a job?
You know what? He signed with them just to get a ring. He got one with the Eagles, but he wants another one.
He's sitting on the bench.
Yeah. He'll play maybe week 18 when KC plays, I guess, maybe the Chargers, and he'll just play.
Hey, look, your buddy Irv Smith's on there, too.
Oh, God, he did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, right there.
God. Well, he ain't going to sniff the field with Kelsey. They re-signed Hartman the other day. I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
And then Hollywood Brown. I like that. It's funny. I got some goofball people that text me and say, Kansas City, because I said Mahomes is going for the three-peat. And my prediction right now, I think Kansas City wins it again. They said, Kansas City, they didn't improve. And I said, improve? I said, you don't got to improve. You can regress. It's Mahomes. And what does Mahomes do?
He
finds a way to get it done. So now he's got Worthy, who they drafted, but the Bills were dumb for trading in the back into the second round. You got Hollywood Brown, Rasheed Rice, he's going to be suspended probably the year, or at least half the year, for the stupid shit he did. And you got Harmon back, and you got Kelsey. So he's got at least 2 more weapons. Maybe 1 because you're losing Rice. Mm-hmm. But you got 1 extra weapon, and they won the Super Bowl last year. So what's that tell you? And they have, and Pacheco's a stud. So these dupes, I mean, that's just typical Eagles fans getting on me. And I want to get into that in a second.
Oh, boy.
Las Vegas Raiders, they signed Alexander Madison.
Oh, stinks.
I'm glad he's gone. They got Minshew, which I do like. 2-year, $25 million could be a bargain of a deal.
Michael Gallup, too.
Michael Gallup, Chargers, who cares? Easton Stick, God.
They got former Panthers.
Yeah, they got the Ravens backfield, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards.
They got former Panthers and Chark and Hurst.
Troy Dye.
Roseman, too.
All right, now we get to the NFC. Dallas to me, they did shit. All the money Jerry Jones has, he could swim in that pool of money, and he holds it like he's getting younger. What's the pro? 90 years old, and he's holding it. His big signing was Ezekiel Elliott to re-sign, and he got Eric Kendricks, who's way on the downside of his career. So yeah, the Giants regressed. Devin Singletary is their RB1. Well, they did get Brian Burns in a trade with you guys. That was a good deal. That could help their defense. Him and Thibodeau, them two coming on the outside. I like that. Oh God, they signed Jalen Mills.
Yeah.
And then we got the Eagles, Kenny Pickett, extended A.J. Brown, signed Saquon Barkley to a 3-year, $37 million deal, extended Devonta Smith. Now, to me, Barkley, he's an injury-prone guy. I know people are going to sit on here and say, oh, look at him again. But you see it, I see it, everybody sees it. Eagles fans even laughed at Barkley when he was a Giant. Oh, he's hurt again. Oh, stay away from him in fantasy. So if you get, and people are already saying this year, the Eagles are favorites to win it all. But meanwhile, they're on FanDuel. What are they? What did I just say a couple minutes ago for this video? 7th or 7th? Dude, Buffalo is above them.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got the Bills above you with nobody to throw to besides Keon Coleman, whatever the receiver is, come on, man. But
They brought back C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
yeah, he's the Lions didn't won his ass around there. Then the Commanders had a little bit of a confusing offseason in my book. They have 3 quarterbacks over there now. They got Jaden Daniels, good draft pick, Jeff Driscoll, and then Mariota. Austin Eckler, to me, that's terrible. These dogs, man. Austin Eckler, that's terrible. That's just terrible. You're going to sign a guy, what is he, 33 at least? He's an older man. He's a good dude, but older guy.
They have Zach Ertz now.
Yeah. So that's the Commanders. They got Bobby Wagner.
Or my former boy, Luvu. Oh, NFC North time.
NFC North. Chicago Bears, you all know they drafted Mr. Wants Everything, Caleb Williams. He wants ownership. He wants this and that.
Lost.
They actually had the first signing of free agency getting DeAndre Swift. Keenan Allen. Decent trade, but I think Keenan Allen is a typical, he's going to go away from home, what was the Chargers, and he's not going to be the same guy. Playing in that city, it's just going to be tough.
They extended Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, signed Kevin Byard, which he did shit with the Eagles last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Then we got the Lions. I call them, their offseason, they just threw money around like there was no tomorrow. Jared Goff signed a 4-year, $212 million extension, which to me, you have Hendon Hooker. That's like a Michael Penix deal. That really is. I mean, you just have them rotting the bench.
Extended
Amon-Ra, yeah, he deserves
They
it.
brought back Glasnow. They signed Zeitler.
Now, Penei Sewell, he deserves that. Next year we're going to give Darrisaw his big deal.
Marcus Davenport sucks.
Yeah, I laughed. And my dad's a Lions fan, so we were driving home from work. I looked at my phone during free agency. I said, nah, you guys really just signed Mr. Injury-prone Davenport. And
DJ Reader I liked.
Yeah, he's good.
Carlton
Davis. And that's really it. That's their kicker situation is going to screw them Because Michael Badgley, is he trustworthy to do shit? And the fake team, Green Bay Packers. They're the fakest team that I just can't say it. Their running back room is the same. I mean, Josh Jacobs is always hurt. I think that 4-year, $48 million, I'm already hearing after year one they might want to cut him. So, what a joke. And other than that, they paid
Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, and they signed Greg Joseph, former Vikings kicker. And then we move on to the Vikes.
All right, you talk first, and I'll have my opinion.
So, Sam Darnold, that's a low-risk move, high reward, which it's okay. I mean, letting Cousins go to me was a smart deal because coming off that torn Achilles shit, and then he signed, a 4-year, $190 million deal with Atlanta. That'd drain our pockets.
Bringing Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones, they're going to say it. I hate him in Green Bay because he's a Packer. Again, that's like the Eagles. That's like Dak Prescott going to the Eagles, to just say in general. Eagles fans would act like, oh, my God. Just like Bryce Harper. He's a Philly now. They hate him in D.C. Now they love him in the Philly. It's the same deal. Signed Justin Jefferson to a 4-year, $140 million contract, $110 million guaranteed, $35 million a year. Great deal. A lot of that contract is getting pushed back because we have the 5th most cap space going into the next offseason. I like that a lot. I'm happy I got my boy locked up for years. We're signing Brandon Powell. Solid. He's going to be our wide receiver 3, but it's fine because Hawkinson will be back in a little bit. And speaking of tight end, signed Robert Tonyan, who really impressed in minicamp. Could not be bad. This one I like. I think you'd like it too. Dalton Reisner, guard, great locker room guy. Will do anything for the team. Lost Neil Hunter. Signed Jonathan Grenard from Houston. When I was at work and he texted me, I'm like, I was busy, so I was like, man, I didn't really know who it was. I looked at his numbers. I was like, oh, shit, he's not too bad of a player. So that was a good deal. Andrew Van Ginkel, solid. Blake Cashman, Minnesota native linebacker. So look at it this way. Cashman, Van Ginkel, and Grenard, we used Daniil Hunter's money, what he got, to sign those 3 guys. So why sign one when you can't sign 3? And then Shaquille Griffin, they're saying he's like the Pat Pete of the room. Yeah, when he was there, He
was with us, and he was good.
And then the draft, I like J.J. McCarthy. What's your thoughts?
He's going to be a bust.
But my thing about it is he's got that offense around him, so I don't really think it's going to happen. And then, Dallas Turner. That was a steal trading back. How is he still out there at pick 18 or whatever, or 17? That's crazy. And then, other than that, the corner we got from
Oregon,
Kyrie Jackson. He's good.
You got that kicker from Bama.
Yeah, Bama.
I'm a Bama fan, so
because this kicker, John Parker Romo, he might be a practice squad dude. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna have a quarterback battle with Mullins, McCarthy, Darnold, Mullins, McCarthy, and Hall. Hall will probably go to the practice squad, and then listen, if we end in last place this year as our competitive rebuild team, we're gonna get a high draft pick next year. With the cap space, we're going to trade that pick. If we get a top 8 pick, trade back in the first round, and we're going to get more. So that's going to be pretty good. I'm going to be grateful of that. NFC South. Atlanta Falcons, I call them the try to do too much team. Signed Cousins, Darnell Mooney, Rondell Moore. That's really it. I mean, they fucked up by taking Penix. That was retarded. You don't do that shit. Yeah, Cousins was pissed.
His agent, and his agent went pissed.
Yeah. So that was dumb. Carolina Panthers, Deontay Johnson, I do like that. I told him when they got him, I think that's all right. I do think this is Thielen's last season there. Other than that, Clowney, DJ Wonnum, you got him. Other than that,
Is it my turn to go to my team now?
Yeah, I'm just reading it. Oh, well, before that, what was your thoughts on the Vikings real fast? You were talking about it. That was my thoughts on the Panthers.
Well, I liked Jones.
And then you like Grenard. And then you liked
Griffin.
You loved Dallas Turner. You like this. All right, then we'll do it. So,
and then I like this.
We'll do it now. What was the Vikings' greed, you would say, for draft and free agency?
I think I said A-.
Okay, for Booth.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
just like in total.
Yeah, I
Like
agreed.
combined.
I agreed, and I think O'Connell increases this year's deal. So, all right, go talk about your team.
Obviously, trading Deontay Johnson was great for us as a team who needs weapons around a short quarterback. Unfortunately, swapping picks and trading a bust corner, that's fine with me because he sucks anyway. So enjoy him, Pittsburgh. Signing 2 guards that were ranked high in free agency this year, Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis.
Yeah, Hunt's decent.
On PFF, he was ranked the top guard that only allowed 1 sack last year.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
Lewis was actually a solid run blocker. Cleveland Chason's a young stud. He was with Jacksonville. We brought him in just to see what he can develop into.
And real fast, I actually saw Meredith Raiders and they signed Christian Wilkins.
Yeah.
Well, I saw they were interested in Hunt if they didn't get. I read an article, and then if they didn't get Wilkins, they would have signed Hunt. So somebody must like Miami guys over there.
Clowney, I was happy for edge rushing help. One of my liked, and he told me what he's done.
Yeah, he'll be back a little bit later.
Extending Derek Brown was big for us. He's a great team guy. He had 100 tackles last year, which he broke the NFL record with that as a D tackle. Ashawn Robinson is a run stopper. We like that. Former Bronco Josie Jewell comes in to fill in Louisville. He's a good tackler. I've heard some things from Connor about him. Solid. Bringing back Troy Hill. Dane Jackson, I've heard from our new GM, is a dog, he calls him.
Yeah, now the rest of the guys, I don't think anybody cares about.
Jordan Fuller.
So, all right, so I mean, your draft was good. I would probably put
I didn't talk about the draft.
Well, let me do my first. I give you got my grade first.
Fine.
I'm gonna say I like their draft better in their free agency class for some reason. So I'll probably put it at probably just a B-. I'll just put it at a B-. Because I like Deontay, but you just gotta. And freaking up real fast to the Vikings. Another thing we got to do is extend Bynum before the season ends. Darishaw's next year. Bynum we got to do. And real fast, what was your talk about Jefferson? What was what they were doing until they got it done?
Playing games.
They got it done now.
Still too long. I would have had that signed, sealed, and delivered. What was I doing? I was talking
Your
about
grade,
the draft.
yeah, and your grade.
Oh, I got to talk about the draft. Obviously, going in this year, after getting fleeced by the Bears, giving up our first rounder this year, we didn't have a first round pick until all of a sudden I got a breaking news alert saying we're trading back with the Bills, and the Bills got our night 2 pick we were supposed to have. We ended up taking Xavier Legette from South Carolina, wide receiver. He's physical. He said in reports that if that ball's up in the air, he said it's nobody else's ball but mine.
It's like a Randy Moss.
They've compared him to Metcalf and some
he looks like him.
Physical guys.
Yeah.
I'll try to go a little quicker.
Yeah.
Round 2, we had the 39th pick. We traded back with the Rams. We acquired picks. We acquired a second-round pick for next year for free, basically. Everyone was saying that was great for us because we didn't have that either. But, yeah, that was great. We took the running back. The best running back in that draft was Jonathan Brooks from Texas.
But, yeah, so I guess what would be your grade, you
I
think?
wasn't done yet.
Well,
I was going to take one more guy. And then in our 4th round, we took tight end Jadavian Sanders, who's actually ranked a top 5 tight end.
Okay, so what do you think your grade would be?
Oh, you said B-.
right.
I liked both, but...
All right, and we got a few left. Saints, just Chase Young, he's injury prone.
He has a neck injury, that's why.
Yeah, he sucks. Tampa Bay, we signed Mayfield with a 3-year deal. We signed Evans. Other than that, Winfield, I like him. And then NFC West, Cardinals, Marvin Harrison. Yeah, really, that's a great pick.
Defense, everyone liked Sean Murphy-Bunting.
He used to be a Viking, Tonga. Rams, I forgot they had Garoppolo.
Yeah, they signed him, so he's... they re-signed Kevin Dotson, who was big for them. Darius Williams brought him back. Tre'Davious White, they signed. And Cameron Curl, they brought. And then they had the albino Joshua Dobbs.
They just extended McCaffrey.
They brought in Logan Thomas, so I don't know what for.
Yeah, you know what, dude, McCaffrey, that's a decent deal for running backs, but you know what? Our running back room is fine.
They brought in the former Panther, Gross Matos, Malik Collins, they traded for. They brought in Devondre Campbell, who was a former Panther.
Weirdest name in football right here. They signed Rocky Sin. Isn't this a weird name?
I think it was with the Ravens a year ago.
Yeah. And then last team,
Seattle.
Seattle.
They traded for Howell. They brought in P.J. Walker recently. They brought in Chenault.
See, Chenault's not too bad.
They re-signed Noah Fant, signed George Fant, Laken Tomlinson.
And that's
They re-signed Leonard Williams, and
that's it. So, just an off-season recap video, whatever. I'm excited about the year. Fantasy, I can't wait to get that. I don't want to rush summer. It's only June 8th, 9th, whatever it is. So, it's the 8th. I'm going to upload it the 9th. So, it's, 93 days away, whatever. But, hey, it's always exciting. Preseason, whatever, getting in the thick of things. And Labor Day weekend, I'll have my season predictions where we do divisions, all that shit. You know what I mean? Super Bowl, all that shit. So, and in the next video will be at the MLB trade deadline. Will be MLB second half predictions. So, see what happens with that. See how that goes. There should be more in a Viking shirt and a football video. I got the Nats. The Nats are 29-35. The pitching's good this year. The offense, but hey, at least we're doing better than what I thought at the beginning of the year at this point. So, anyway, that's it. Hope everybody enjoyed this pop-up quick video, whatever you want to call it. Didn't really promote it, but I'll upload it. I'll post it on my Snapchat story, and people will be like, oh, it's 26 minutes, but it's a good 26 minutes instead of watching that crap they feed you on TikTok. So, all right, everybody, I'll see you soon. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, Skol Vikes. See you next time.
Oh, I'm not saying my thing.
All right. See you next time, guys.